All right, welcome back. This is Soul Horizons Tarot. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. This is part two of the reading. If you did not watch part one, I would definitely suggest going back and watching that. It's, kind of the short, sweet version as opposed to my long, droning, never-ending, monotone, clear eyes reading. We just get a lot more in depth in this one. So yeah, this is a general reading as always. If it does not apply to you, you can either check out your other signs, or you can check out another reader, or you can just listen because sometimes this stuff is pretty cool. But yeah, if you do want a personal reading, all my information is in the description box, and please do hit like, share, subscribe so that I can reach more people and get my name out there. All right, so let's start with the. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Um, Overall energy. Let me take a drink real quick. It's funny because I haven't used these particular cards in a long time because they're just so massive. But for some reason, when I was doing, or when I pulled Sagittarius randomly, and these were the first cards to come to mind. It's the circus carnival themed, and each card in this deck is drawn by a different artist, which I'm very much into art, so I thought that was amazing. That's why none of these cards really look like the other. Does make it a little hard to read, but I don't care. All right, so one more with the Eight of Swords and the Death card for the overall energy for Sagittarius from now until whenever is necessary, I guess. I used to put a date on these, but I like the idea of timeless readings. Ow. My wrist popped. That did not feel good. Oh, okay. I'm actually going to put that back because I was not focused on what I was doing. One more with the Nine of Swords and Death, please, for the overall energy for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising. Overall energy here for Sagittarius, please. All right. 1. I don't read reversals, by the way, unless they absolutely come out like that, but 2. That one flipped out, so I'm not going to take that. 3. Ace of Cups. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because if you watched the previous one, if not, again, I suggest you do. All right, so there was a potential here for love, for connection, for emotional offer of some sort. I'm actually going to see. Maybe it'll give me more information about what exactly this Ace of Cups was, but usually that's like a brand new connection, love connection. It can be platonic friend, it can be a reconnection with, a long lost soulmate. When I say soulmate, I don't necessarily mean a lover. We have many soulmates, and not all of them are intimate. We don't share a bed with all our soulmates. So clarify this Ace of Cups for me, please, for Sagittarius's overall energy. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, it seems like, you had the Ace of Cups for what was crossing you, and here we have it up here following death. So it looks like there was an ending, possibly like an abrupt ending. Maybe it was kind of a long, arduous ending, something that took its sweet time. But somebody evaluated the situation. What was being offered, I don't know that if it was you or the other person or both of you mutually coming to an agreement on this, but it seems like somebody was trying to figure out if it was worth the time, the energy, the resources to invest into this Ace of Cups. Now, it could be that one thing ended and then suddenly you get an opportunity here with the Ace of Cups, and now you are evaluating it. You're trying to decide if what you will get out of it is going to, or what you put into it is going to um, pay out, basically. Is what I'm investing in going to make me richer? And I don't mean just in like money wise. But there's a lot of stress and anxiety attached to this, whether it's just the ending or it could even be the offer here. Something ending and then either following that a new beginning, because death actually does represent rebirth. So it could have been the ending of something, an ending of a way of something, and then an opportunity to start all over again, to start it in a new way. Um, but there is a lot of, like I said, there is a lot of mental anxiety surrounding this death, and I'm going to go ahead and clarify. I don't know if the death was the end of this love connection, or like there was an offer and then it did not. Let's see, the Hangman just came out. So yeah, it looks like there was some stagnation, suspended animation, things just come grinding to a halt. You can clarify the death card, please. One, two. I'm gonna be honest, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, Three of Cups. Yeah, it could have definitely been the ending of a friendship, the ending of um, a group of individuals, whether family, friends, like a social circle. It could have been just that energy, that desire to be social. Like maybe you were at one point very much going out, having a good time, being the life of the party, having a great time, enjoying life, and then something, the ending, a death, a transformative period caused you to reevaluate things, because both of these cards are very similar. This is the Hangman is a card about trying to see something in a new light, in a new way, from a new perspective, or needing to see something. Hopefully, you can see that. See something in a new way. And this is also a card about evaluating, especially when it comes to what you want to put time into, what you want to invest. So that's kind of what it looks like to me. It's and it makes sense for what's going on here because, like I was gonna say, it kind of feels like you that put the brakes on something here. Emotional connection of some kind, or a new opportunity. It doesn't necessarily have to be emotional. Ace of Cups can just be a new opportunity, a new direction. Um, but you got stuck in your head about it, and it looks like it ended, or you ended it, or you are in the process of figuring out if you want to end it, what you want to do, how you want to move forward, if you want to move forward. All right, so let's move on to current energy situation with the Four of Swords and the Six of Wands. Again, I definitely recommend going back and watching part one because I break these down, and I'm not going to do that as much here because this is for just clarifying, getting more information and further clarity. One more with the Four of Swords and the Six of Wands, please, for the current energy situation for Sagittarius. One more with the Four of Swords and the Six of Wands, please. One, two, three. The Five of Cups. Okay. Let me see what the Six of Wands is, because it looks like there's some type of. Let me see what that was. Eight of Wands. I'm going to put it back, but it looks like definitely forward momentum. Maybe even movement, forward movement after a victory. Good news. Let's see. What is the Six of Wands here for Sagittarius? What is this victory? What does this represent here, please? The Six of Wands for Sagittarius and their current energy situation. One. No. Oh, Ace of Swords really wanted to come out. Two. And three. Okay, so I said in the last reading that you might be some type of counselor, therapist, um, healer of some kind, maybe a chiropractor, a masseuse, hell, even Reiki, um, guidance, gave people guidance. An advisor of some type, maybe even a spiritual advisor. Um, this also could be just you internalizing. Hell, this could be something that you're not sharing with people, some type of good news, some type of victory, some type of success that you're not sharing with others because you did have that Seven of Swords up here, which is like, it can be kind of the strategy card where you're trying to do things in a almost covert way, like under the radar. You're not being, completely transparent. Um, but regardless, even though you're in a good place, like maybe career-wise, or um, you're going through some type of period where yes, there is success in some area of your life. Maybe you've won at something. Um, you won the promotion. You won the lottery. I wasn't gonna say that. It just came out. You won. You're winning at something. I don't think it's like grand because it is the Six of Wands, not the Chariot. But it is a small victory. Hell, to you, it might be a huge victory. I don't know. But around that energy is there's a tinge of sadness and being very almost somber. And that's why I kind of feel like maybe you're not expressing this or you're not sharing this. Maybe you kind of want to celebrate this to yourself right now. Um, you do have the Five of Cups, which is a card about loss, shame, guilt, remorse. But it's usually specifically about something from the past. It's being focused on the past and something that was lost, going back to that death card, an ending of some type. There is some sadness here, and you're dealing with it by going within and kind of withdrawing from others. Maybe you are being a bit secretive at this time, like just internalizing things and not being a social butterfly right now. Um, let's see. Where did I see this before? Oh, that was a Four of Cups. So now we're going into the Five of Cups. You had the Four of Cups, and now, oh, and that makes sense because you have the Ace of Cups, and if the Four of Cups with the Ace, which is one, would make the Five of Cups. Maybe you regrettably, like you feel regrettably, I had to let somebody go, let something go. You're not happy about it. And while, you might be getting a lot of attention, a lot of recognition, a lot of validation from others, maybe you're even in the spotlight right now. Maybe you become kind of all of a sudden popular for whatever reason. It's also like you're still thinking back to that ending. Now, maybe you were rejected, but it kind of feels like you rejected somebody. Um, but either way, there's sadness here. There's maybe a bit of remorse. Chin up, darling. You can only go up from here. Celebrate your victory, though. Don't be so caught up in the past that you can't appreciate the now. I say that like I know, but I don't know your situation. Deal with it how you need to, I guess. Let's see one more with the Ace and the King of Cups, where what's crossing you is a challenge or obstacle. Kind of feel like some of you pulled a success like a rabbit out of a hat too. Like other people don't know how you managed it. Sometimes you even don't know how you managed it, but at the same time it's like, yeah. Anyway, Ace of Cups and King of Cups for what's crossing Sagittarius as a challenge or obstacle, please. One more with the Ace and the King of Cups for what's crossing them as a challenge or obstacle. Nope, not taking that one. Two. 3. Yeah, 2 aces. Okay. And the Knight of Swords. So yeah, it could have been an unpleasant communication, an unpleasant conversation. I don't know if he had a choice between, because this is like a message received. Now, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Scorpio showing up twice here with that Death card. But again, signs and gender not relevant. It's all about energy characteristics of the card. But this feels like a conversation that was had, news of some sort, a message received, um, a decision that was made. And you did have the Ace of Wands and you have the Ace of Cups. So there's like, it could be like 2 different opportunities that you got stuck in the middle of. It could be one that was an emotional and a physical connection where there was attraction and an emotional attraction. Um, but the Page of Wands is an action taker, and the Knight of Swords would be the communicator, and the King of Cups would be the expression, the person that expresses something from their heart. So, being what is crossing you as a challenge or obstacle, it might be that somebody failed to do that, whether that was you or another individual, the other individual. I'm going to see who or what is this King of Cups for what's crossing you as a challenge or obstacle. Who or what is the King of Cups represent, please, for what's crossing Sagittarius as a challenge or obstacle, please. 1. Is that a ship? No. 2. That is not the Ace of Wands. Wow. That is the Page of Wands. Did I say the Ace of Wands? Oh, okay. Definitely could be you then. Well, this is kind of all over the place then. Well, there could be more than one individual involved in this. Maybe there was too many people involved. We got the King of Cups and the King of Wands. So that's, I believe that's one individual. And then the Page of, well, this one popped out. The Page of Wands was the one I drew. So this is like the first initial kind of flirtatious or ambitious conversation. If this has to do with love, okay, a connection, this would be somebody taking those first tentative steps towards expressing their interest in another individual. But with the Knight of Swords, maybe what you thought, or this person, I don't know if this is you or not, you do have, so we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, specifically Scorpio. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, so this could be you, your card. But this is, the king is a Leo normally. It could be any fire sign. It doesn't even have to be the sign that you're dealing with. We have another fire individual here with the Page of Wands, and then we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But take all that out. The signs are not as relevant. This is what is crossing you as a challenge or obstacle. Somebody did not follow through. I don't even know if they took action on it. It feels like there was action taken on it, but there was no follow through because it is a challenge. So what you thought was harmless, or what this person thought was harmless, came off a bit abrasive with that Knight of Swords. Maybe even a little insulting, um, because the Knight of Swords, they're not the best at communication. They're very quick, like with their, um, they can be really fast paced when it comes to like being witty, always having a comeback, getting to the root of the matter very, very quickly, finding the truth out very quickly, getting the truth out, but they don't always have tact. They're not gentle with the way they express themselves. They can be a little hard to swallow sometimes. Um, but more so than any of that, I kind of feel like this was the beginning of something. It started out really, promising, and then there was just a lack of follow through. Or somebody was rubbed the wrong way. Maybe it was a little bit immature, the way this was handled or the way the communication was set up. Because otherwise, if this was any other placement, this would be really good. But this is what is a challenge. What is crossing is a challenge. There was very little to no follow through, or there was somebody kind of made a fool of themselves here. They totally fumbled the ball. So we're gonna move on. Maybe this person or maybe you just got a little too excited and it scared the other person off, or it put them off in a weird way, like, eh. All right, so let's move on. I mean, it also could be too that this is just serving as a pretty prominent distraction right now. It could be really good the way I was thinking, because it does look good. If this was any other placement other than the challenge placement, it could just be that this is a distraction right now, and not good distraction. But let's move on. This does seem to be some type of connection, offer, love offer. I think somebody just has poor technique in how they um, communicate or address or act on this. One more with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands for Sagittarius' surface mind. So this is what you want and what you're focused on. What you want or what you're focused on. Your surface mind. Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands, please, for Sagittarius' surface mind. Where are your thoughts? What are you focused on here? With the Seven of Swords and the Four of Wands, please. So hard to shuffle. 3. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. Somebody end up homeless here. Loss of a home. Maybe loss of a job, something stable. Something that brought you stability. Could be a it is a marriage card, so it could be um, the fail, the breakdown of a marriage. So there could have been somebody acting lecherously, acting, being sneaky, plotting and scheming, or it could be that you feel cheated because you have the 5 of Pentacles. This is a card about loss, not loss. I mean, it's coming from a place of lack, but it's rejection, feeling abandoned, neglect, being left out in the cold. It is a card about feeling either like a burden or being burdened. In the extreme, it is financial poverty, or it could be just financial struggle. It is a pentacle, so you could be trying to make ends meet by doing little side jobs. So what they're depicting here is this little monkey is doing juggling acts on the street. Maybe he's just trying to cheer this guy up. But yeah, this is a definitely a. Let me see what that 7 of Swords is about. Why is 7 of Swords here, please? Definitely could represent somebody lost a home. Somebody's behavior, sneaky behavior, or dishonesty cost somebody a way of life, a home, a job. Whether that was you or another person. Why is the 7 of Swords here, please? What does this represent? 1. Oh, no. 2. Could have been found out, though. 3. Somebody could have left you in the lurch, or you left a situation kind of in a sneaky way. I mean, to be fair, maybe you had to. Maybe it was an unsafe environment, but you also couldn't let it be known what your plans were. I mean, what you want and what you're focused on is stability, um, safety, comfort, and even protection. And where it's coming from is the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So I don't know if you were the one kind of you may have like left a situation, um, decided to move and not told anyone, or decided to start making those plans and possibly putting money aside and kind of giving yourself a safety, like a safe exit. or if this was somebody else and they left you in the lurch in a situation and it ended up putting you in a bad situation. It's literally these two cards together can talk about the loss of a home. Could be a loss of a job, but the Four of Wands to me, I mean, the Four Wands can represent the four walls. I mean, it could even be a marriage, or what is it? When you live with somebody for I think it's 5 years. Marriage. What is that? What is that? I don't even remember what it's called. You live together with the person for 5 years. It's basically, in the government's eyes, you are married. But anyway, boy, that's maybe it's just a fear of losing a home or a job or some type of stability. And that's why you're trying to do something as quietly as possible. Anyway, let's move on. It's definitely a slow process, though. Or if it already happened, it dragged itself out. It was not like quick and clean. With these two cards here, this is leaving. The Six of Wands is leaving, possibly even like really literal physical travel. Uh, anyway, moving on. 2, Shadow Mind, Hidden Truth. Something hidden from you, either subconsciously or just something you are unaware. Something that would benefit you to know, that you need to acknowledge, would serve you to know and to acknowledge. So where your focus is, where your focus needs attention. One more with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups, please, for Sagittarius' Shadow Mind, Hidden Truth. One more with the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups, please, for Sagittarius' Shadow Mind, Hidden Truth. Oh, okay, there's 1, 2, 3. The Star. Well, there's a hope here. Aquarius energy. And Two of Pentacles. Okay, it could be a choice, more than one option here. Or you're just struggling. Somebody's struggling. Doesn't necessarily have to be you. Somebody's struggling here to come to a decision. Full full disclosure. It's there's some inconsistent energy here, because on the one hand, they're fighting for what they want, whether that's you or another person. And I'm going to read it as you. So, defending something, connection, but also at the same time struggling to prioritize, struggling to balance things out. Again, it could be maybe you're confused on, we had that card about trying to see things from a different perspective and evaluating if you wanted to invest. Maybe that's what you're struggling with. Maybe it's a struggle of deciding who or what you want to put your energy into. Maybe there's more than one person. But the Star here talks about a wish fulfillment. It's a very, very lucky card. Uh, Looks like a choice, but there's a lot of faith and hope and optimism in something, like in someone, in an outcome. The star is also about healing. Let me see the ace or the two of cups, please. Clarify that two of cups. Maybe you just have faith or hope that this two of cups um, can manifest, can be balanced out. Maybe you're hoping for a reconciliation, a reconnection. Doesn't necessarily have to be with a lover or an ex. It could be a friend, a family member. Please clarify. Yeah, there's that five of cups again. There's something that you've lost, and you hope you don't want to let it go, or this person doesn't want to let it go. It could be the other individual. They have faith and hope that they can reconnect with you or reconcile with you or get another chance, a second chance. And they're trying to piece together how to go about it, or they're not sure if you would be open to it, or you're not sure if they would. Let's see. The two of cups, please. Clarify that two of cups. Sorry, I get distracted. One. Justice tried to come out. Two. And ooh, Ace of Pentacles tried to come out. Three. Lovers on the bottom. Yeah, this is definitely a love connection down here. Ooh. Ooh, Leo, or Leo Aquarius. This connection is like a divine connection. It's this isn't just a run of the mill fling. This is a deep connection. Whatever this was, whoever this was to you, they made you look at that. The lovers on the bottom. This was a soulmate, like a legitimate soulmate. Both of you felt this. Both of you, whether it's like consciously you're aware of it, if not, it's energetically you are intuitively aware of this person and what they are to you and what you are to them. And that's why it's such a struggle to let it go. I don't see anything bad. Like there's no devil here. There's nothing that's like giving me toxic vibes other than maybe this up here. The seven, but the seven's not always bad either. It may even be completely unrelated to this down here. And being this is something that you don't know, this is either something that you haven't consciously like acknowledged that this connection was something real and true and pretty much an incredible connection, or you are unaware that this person feels this way towards you. This isn't just somebody that you just met. This is somebody that you have a history with, that you have, I mean, it could even be a friend, but you guys are like, this is a very important, influential connection. Again, doesn't necessarily have to be a love connection, but at some point you guys made each other extremely happy, or you made this individual very happy. They made you very happy. They brought a lot of joy and light, hope, inspiration, healing. It's really, really good connection here that it seems to be. And somebody's trying to fight for it. Somebody is. What is this? Get off. Maybe that's why this is the challenge or obstacle. I mean, there's so much love here, but at the same time, somebody's not expressing it. somebody is not acting on it. They're either all words and no action, or they're none of the above. They're too idle. They're too complacent. I think it might be you, but I am not sure. So let's move on to recent past. Recent past with the four. This could be days. I'm only saying this in case you didn't watch the first part. So days, weeks, months, even years ago, just something that is still energetically influencing you, whether that's good or bad. It's still in some way affecting you and your current energy and situation. So one more with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands, please, for Sagittarius's recent past. One more with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands, please. One, two, and three. Magician. I believe that's Virgo energy. And then we have Aries, Leo, Sag. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Something faded. Please clarify the Queen of Wands. Who or what does this Queen of Wands represent here for Sagittarius' recent past? I feel like that's probably you. One. Okay. Two. And wow. I think that was the Three of Swords that tried to come out. The Lover showing up. Three. The World. Well, I don't. Was it like that or was it like that? I'm pretty sure. Oh well. Oh boy. This almost feels like a false start. When things were going in a good direction. Did you lose interest, or did the other person lose interest and then just decide to pursue something else? There could have been a lot of differences, though, too. Maybe an age difference, a maturity difference in maturity level, possibly long distance. Could have been like completely different background, political, religious, societal background. That's the world. Sometimes can represent somebody that's like on the opposite side of the world, or like seems like they are, because there's so many different things about the two of you. Um, let's see this is the card I drew, and these are the ones that popped out. So these two seem like an opportunity that wasn't what it appeared to be. And keep in mind, this is recent past. So I don't know if this is a connection, the same connection, or if this was a different opportunity that came and you didn't have all the facts about it, or you didn't know everything about it because the moon was there. It was it was false light. It created illusion, or you created the illusion. But the Queen of Wands also is, I mean, this plays well into Sagittarius energy. You can't put her in a box. You can't put him in a box. They need freedom. They thrive in freedom and exploring and learning, and they don't want to be tied down. So maybe because you guys were so different. But it could have also been as simple as, I mean, the world can represent travel. Maybe you lost interest in other things and you decided to manifest something new with the Magician. Or you felt that the other person was losing interest in you, so you focused your attention and your energy elsewhere. But this kind of feels like an opportunity that presented itself, and you put kind of your focus on that. And maybe that's why, like, you succeeded in some way, because you had that Six of Wands there. The World card is also a card of victory and success. But then you also have the Five of Cups, which is regret, remorse, guilt, loss. There's grief attached to it. So I don't know. It feels like you. It feels like you struck out um, on a different direction, or you had an opportunity present itself in a time where you were kind of like bored, maybe. You were kind of losing interest in something else, and then you decided to go in a completely new direction. Look at that Magician there on the bottom too. Yeah, look at that. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So you were given more than one. You were given that crossroads decision, and you made the decision. Maybe you were financially successful, but at the same time you lost something else. And you're still going through the transformation, the change. Maybe whatever you did, whatever you pursued, has affected the emotional connection you have. I just think it might have been, and if this isn't you, then apply it to the other person. You needed the change, or they did, because they were becoming very bored, very lethargic, kind of the routine was wearing away at them. And the Queen of Wands, she doesn't let, you know, opportunities go to waste. When she sees something she wants or he wants, they go for it. They are ambitious like that. They are driven. And I think that's what you did, or that's what they did. They made the ultimate decision. They manifested something else, whether that was career related, whether that was um, personal success, education, like deciding to further their education or your education, whatever it was, you went after it, but something else suffered, and it was this emotional thing, this emotional connection, or your love life if you weren't connected with somebody. So let's move on, because these readings always take me forever anyway, and I just sit there and go on and 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 on. What am I doing? That stays. It kind of looks like somebody got bored here and decided to pursue something else. All right, so let's move on to Um, what's coming towards you? Actually, I'm going to switch decks now. What is coming towards you? The most important, influential thing coming towards Sagittarius that they would want or need to know. One more with the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, please, for the most important thing coming towards Sagittarius that they would want or need to know. What is coming towards Sagittarius, please, with the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups? 1, 2, 3. I actually just noticed something before I go. Oh, the world. There it is again. Okay, so I noticed that in the traditional tarot, he's in a like an army base camp, and these are tents, and then we have a tent on this poster. Could be somebody enlisted. I don't know why I just thought of that, but there's the poster. And join us. Somebody enlisted. Maybe you or this person joined some type of um, huh. I'm not even gonna go there because then we'll be backtracking. Because I thought about that, and then I thought about a vet, like an army vet that ends up, in a bad way. Hmm. Okay. So what's coming towards you? Eight of Cups, choosing to leave something behind. There is a stubbornness to let go of something, or there's financial, being very financially aware and conscious and careful, frugal with your money. But also, mainly, the Eight of Cups is leaving something behind, and then we have the World. Can talk about literally traveling the world, deciding to branch out and kind of ride off into the sunset, basically. I don't. There is a possibility that even though it makes you sad to go, you're also stubbornly set on the idea that this is necessary, this has to happen. You did have that Seven of Wands back here. So maybe even if this connection means the world to you, at the same time, you know that you have to move in a different direction, take some type of opportunity, and it could involve traveling abroad, or just a completely different change, because that makes sense. Is letting something go that you were holding on to in order to start a new chapter of your life. Because we had the Six of Wands, and I said it's not major because it's not like the Chariot or the World, and now we have the World. So that is the card of victory and success, but it's also, again, we have some sadness attached to this. Five of Cups, now we have the Eight of Cups. You're moving forward, and it's not easy. Because the Five of Cups is a card of loss and grief, and the Eight of Cups, there is sadness to that. Somebody's getting hurt in the process, but it's necessary because you're trying to move forward with your life. You're trying to end the old and begin the new, and that's what the world is all about. It's closing out one chapter to begin a new one. It's letting a cycle end in order to start a different, starting anew. Any more information about what's coming towards Sagittarius with the Four of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the World, please? And again, if this isn't you making this decision, this may be somebody telling you this is what they are doing. Okay. Look at that one, Seven of Pentacles. That one's going up. That one's going up. One, two, three. Oh, Judgment came out earlier. I put it up with the Devil and the Two of Cups. Oh, I didn't know two came out. When I say Three of Pentacles, did I not see it? Thought I did. Maybe I guess I didn't. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so this could be starting an opportunity with a very lucrative business, an established business, one with really good potential for advancement or just a comfortable position there. Now, you could also read this as a chance to start again in a marriage, because this can be the card of endings, but it can also be the card of rebirth and second chances. It's a judgment. So it's either a judgment to end things with finality or a judgment to resurrect something, basically. And then we have the Three of Pentacles with the Hierophant. The Three of Pentacles can be a partnership, a team, cooperation, starting the beginning foundation for something solid. And then the Hierophant would be the ultimate um, achievement of that. But it's also a card of tradition, um, strict adherence to beliefs, ideologies, and it's also called the marriage card. So, regardless, it's either, depending, and maybe on some of you, it's a business opportunity where you can get in to a company that has been and is very trustworthy, very reliable, like a steady income, basically. Maybe has good benefits, but it's solid. And then others of you, maybe it's a marriage, but it would be a reconciling of a marriage because the judgment is there. And I kind of feel like, from what I'm going, like, I kind of feel like some of you, the main message I'm getting is like there is a connection here that is not, it's not frivolous, it's not meaningless. It is something that is and was very important to you. But I also feel like some of you are, you are either in a period of necessary change within yourself, or you just have to pursue whatever this is. You have to continue to pursue it, because I think it started back here in your past. You're currently in a good position with the Six of Wands. There's some type of success here, victory, receiving recognition. So somebody's uh, noticing you, and now You're having to make a choice to leave something and start either fresh or start all over. Um, but let's move on. I mean, there is some sadness to this, but I feel like it has to happen, and you know it has to happen. And now, again, this might not be happening to you. You might not be the one making this decision. You may be the recipient of somebody telling you that that's what they're doing. So let's advice: following your heart, grounding yourself. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. One more with the Queen of Pentacles and Cups for Sagittarius's advice. What are your messages of truth, wisdom, clarity, and guidance for Sagittarius? What messages do you want them to hear most at this time, please? One more with the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, please, for Sagittarius. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Wow, all the queens. That's a queen, I'm gonna freak. Okay. Well, it's all the suits. Queen or Pentacle, Cup, Wand, Sword. I think it's about balancing all of those aspects of self out, centering, and kind of accessing all of those elements. You know, the responsible, um, mature, fertile, reliable, and stable, with the emotional, intuitive, compassionate, kind, with the ambitious, curious, passionate, driven, with the um and you're supposed to take action here too, because we had these two come out together. Taking action, but coming from a place of logic, making an executive decision here and taking action. You've got to come to a decision here and take authority over self, and you're going to have to take control of the situation, um, because that's what it's asking. You can't just point your compass or grab the globe and just autopilot, or by chance, or it's not a passive thing. You've got to make a clear, concise, and direct decision on something and stick to it, be it fair and just, but true to yourself, because that's all about the queen. The page would be the action taker here. I mean, you're still supposed to follow your heart, but at the end of the day, the decision you make needs to come down to well thought out, logical, intelligent decision making here. Now, your health could be involved, especially emotional health. I mean, there could be more than one individual. I'm not going to clarify these just because it is advice. There could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo that you're involved with or in some way attached to, Cancer, Pisces. I mean, all the signs are here, literally. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All the signs are here, so it doesn't really matter. But at the center is the Queen of Cups. And I think that is, make whatever decision you make. And I think that I keep getting the sensation that you're the one that's doing this. So I think you should show a lot of empathy and compassion and kindness and patience for the people or the person involved. At the end of the day, you're doing this for your own benefit, for your own growth, for your own future uh, independence and financial prosperity, especially. But your well, your stability really. But even if you are making an executive decision, if you are being true to you, you can do it in a way that's not unkind or cruel, or without taking anyone else into consideration. Because I feel like that's a lot of where that Five of Cups is coming from. You regret how this is going here with the King of Cups, and I said somebody didn't follow through. Um, I just feel like, and if that's not you, again, reverse it. If it's you that's hearing the news of somebody else leaving a situation, and you feel like you're the one being neglected and rejected, try to be more understanding, more forgiving to this person's decision, because it is what's best for them. And even if it's not, they have to find that out on their own. Holding this person down is only going to create more friction. All right, so let's move on to outside or external influences. That can be people, energies, or situations, um, but they either are or will be influencing you, whether negatively or positively. So this usually isn't you, it's someone or something outside of you that will be influencing you, or already is, possibly. So one more with the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, please, for Sagittarius' outside external influence. One more with the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, please. One, there's that 7 again. Two, three, there's the star on the bottom again. King of Cups, that's what was crossing you. All right, so let's clarify the page. I suggest going back again, like a broken record, watch the previous one, because I'm going to try to not go into as much detail with the cards that I've already broken down. I mean, it's a little too late to do it now. You're already 3/4 of the way. Well, Page of Pentacles, please. Please clarify this Page of Pentacles. All right. 1, 2. Oh. Oh. 3. Oh dear. Okay, so this was the first, and this was the second. Oh. Okay. Maybe this isn't you. Maybe this isn't you. Maybe you're experiencing somebody else that seems to be detaching or drifting. You feel left behind. You feel neglected. You feel abandoned. I mean, you might be the person that's doing this, but Some of you it may be. Others of you it may be the other way around. But this is outside of you, and it seems like, or maybe you're both kind of in this um, uncertain, indecisive energy. But it maybe this is not you. Maybe this other person. Maybe the person, the King of Cups. 'Cause here it is again. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but specifically Scorpio. We also have Gemini here. Maybe this person is looking outside of the relationship and looking for something else. And I don't mean like another relationship, but um, something else for them. Let me. What is this Two of Wands? What is this decision? What is the decision with the Two of Wands, please? What is the crossroads? What is the path? What is the choice? One, two, three, Four of Swords. Yeah, they're not talking about it right now. They're just quietly assessing. Now, if this is not love related, even though we do have the lovers here, if this is job related, you may not have heard word back from your potential employer or your employer. They may have more than one choice as far as who gets whatever you're after, whether it's a raise, whether it's a promotion, whether it's a higher position, whether it's like a company truck or something like that. Um, they're trying to decide who is better fitted to that, or more deserving, or a better investment. Um, that could be very well, that could be the case. But and there's too many cards here that are showing that this is a connection. And this could be you that's trying to process this information and figure out what to do with it and where to go. Um, but these cards here would suggest that it's not you, that it's the other individual. But then again, maybe you've put them in that position. Your actions have put them in a position to now they're looking towards the future and they're trying to decide and make a decision on where they want to put their energy moving forward. I do see that they are struggling with it, but it's not anything they can't handle. So don't feel too terribly guilty because this feels like a very capable person. Once they get out of that, I don't want to think about it kind of energy. If I look at it, or if I don't look at it, it doesn't exist. Once they get out of that, I think they'll do fine. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so best case scenario. Again, to reiterate, I think this was a very fated connection or soulmate connection, only because we got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups more than once. I mean, these are just clarifiers, but you have the Queen here, you had the King here of Cups. We also have the Queen of Wands, and we did have the King of Wands show up, I thought. at some point. I think it was actually underneath. No, I don't remember. Anyway, no, this deck. Best case scenario is for your best interest, greatest good, highest potential. Does not mean it is the outcome, just what would best serve you and your best interest, greatest good, highest potential. What is wanted for you out of the situation? What outcome would serve you to your highest benefit? And of course, sometimes that's not always what we want, but it is what it is. Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune, please, for the best possible outcome for Sagittarius, please. One more, the Queen of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It looks to me like this Eight of Cups here, where somebody's deciding to leave it behind, it is for the best. I don't know if it's a permanent kind of walking away from a person or a situation or relationship or um, a way of life, but it is what is best here. I think you were just spinning your wheels by staying, and you felt that intrinsically. It was bogging you down, and that's probably what caused the emotional disconnect in the first place, is because for whatever reason you were not being stimulated. You were not being inspired or motivated. You were just like a wheel and a hamster. Wait, I said that. A hamster and a wheel. You know what I mean. So yeah, she's like examining her cup, and you can just the facial expression in this card has always been to me like I I don't I'm not sure if I'm happy with what I have here. I mean, that's not at all the traditional meaning. The Queen of Cups is um, a very nice card, very good card as far as energetic, unless it's reversed, and then. But yeah, for this is for your best interest, whether it's you walking away or this other person. No matter what, it serves you for the betterment. There was a change that needed to happen, and I feel like this is only going to serve you. Even if it sucks, even if it stings. Someday you'll understand, you'll look back and have that aha moment where you realize why it had to happen in the way it happened. All right, so most probable outcome. Most probable because it is not definitive. In general, well, tarot cannot give you definitive, even on a personal read, because we all have free will, but especially in a general read. I mean, I'm reading for however many people watch this, for one, and then, I mean, it's impossible to hone in on one outcome because we're all. I mean, I'm rambling. You know what I mean? Like, I can't get everybody's outcome. We'd all be like crashing into each other on the highway if that's how it worked. Because nobody has any I'm gonna hush. One more with the Knight of Swords. I'm getting tired, so I'm struggling a bit. Oh no, I'm not keeping that because I haven't asked yet. But oh, there's Judgment again. All right, one more with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. One more with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, please, for the most probable outcome. If you do want your more tailored outcome, I would suggest getting a personal reading. There are lots of readers. If you want one of mine, they're all in the description box. One more with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, please, for the most probable outcome for Sagittarius. All right. 1, 2, keeping that one, not the other. And Justice wanted to come out again. 3. High Priestess, again, Pisces, Cancer, Ace of Wands, yeah. Yeah, the Queen of Cups showing up twice, so maybe you have an intuitive feel about something, like an opportunity and how it's going to go, maybe an outcome, but usually this is new, so it's not like something you're expecting. It's kind of like a surprise, unexpected, and that's what the Knight of Swords would suggest. This is incoming news, incoming communication. Let me just clarify. Who or what is the Knight of Swords represent? I feel like that's just timing, like telling you it's going to be coming in fairly quickly. Let's see, 5 of Cups. Who or what is this Knight of Swords, please, for the most probable outcome? 1, 2, and 3. Ace, really? So now we got all kinds of aces. So truth, clarity over a situation. It may be a harsh truth. The Knight can be abrasive and a little bit a little bit harsh, but overall, I kind of just see this as an incoming message, an incoming communication that brings truth and clarity. What is this Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Wands? Mainly the Ace of Pentacles. What is this opportunity? What is this opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles, please? Clarify the Ace of Pentacles. 1, okay. Hold on. Thank you. I think that's 2. Not even sure at this point. And 3. Chariot. Okay, yeah, that's you know. You know. At least you think you do. But you have a very high expectation about how this opportunity is going to go. Now, for some of you, this could very well be a long distance relationship that you want to take a move to, but you're also having to leave something behind in order to go on this new direction, this new adventure to this person. This could be a long distance relationship where you or the other person is deciding to move a long distance to be with their other half. But for the majority of you, I would say the main thing that I'm getting intuitively is it's an opportunity. And what that is, I don't know. But with the High Priestess here and the Three of Wands, it's like you already have, at least in your own mind, like, this is going to work. This is going to be successful. So when the news comes in that you got the job or you got whatever this is, it's really not a surprise to you. You might act shocked and act surprised, but you already know. You already know you got it. There's at least that expectation that you have full faith that this is going to go the way that you want it to. The chariot, victory, success, forward movement, possibly even travel, especially with the Three of Wands, could definitely be travel involved. Like literally having to move or travel for work. It's interesting. You got three aces here. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. Yeah, that's a very good outcome. Incredible outcome. That's actually really freaking refreshing. I'm going to be honest. It's the Magician on the bottom. So what you set your sights out on from back here is coming to fruition. You're manifesting it into reality. We got the King of Wands who creates, sees, what he sees he gets, and not just, from sitting there and wishing for it. He gets up and busts his butt. And he's even a magician in this particular card. I don't know if you can see that, but he's, I don't know, pulling fire. Oh, it's a salamander. I've never noticed that before. There's a salamander in the fire. Anyway, yeah, that's a really great outcome. But it seems like you already have an intuitive uh, knowledge, like deep down inside it's not a question to you. It's a certainty. But that's your reading. Keep in mind that is probable outcome, not definitive, but probable. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If you watched it all the way through, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. Please support me by hitting like, share, subscribe. That helps the algorithm put my video up on more people's feeds on search engines, uh, YouTube search engines, and I know it's been a while since my last one, but I'm going to try to at least do one of these at least once a week. Um, I know that's not as often as some of these other people, but it's what I can manage. And I will talk to you guys soon. Yeah, this is Soul Horizons Tarot, and thank you again.